Someone asked me recently, do you support AI? My answer is, it's coming either way. The more important thing is how we use it as a tool without giving away our own thinking and without letting it use us. I'm Lydia. I am a banker turned entrepreneur and creator. I talked a lot nowadays on this channel, which is wild, about how I use AI as a non-tech person and non-native English speaker. And it has helped me tremendously. You can see a playlist here. In this video, I am going to show you how I use AI every day. So I don't give away out my thinking, but rather I use AI as a tool to help me. 3 fences that defend my thinking and 4 steps that I use as a routine, the P.A.C.E routine, P.A.C.E, to help me use ChatGPT every day. Let's dive in. So I think the fear for most of the people, and I also have this fear too, is what if I use AI every day and I forget how to think and I don't even know how to react in real life? So that's why I have these 3 fences. Fence 1 is intent before input. I always have this goal in my head. If I am going to record this video today, I will write down 1 line of why. I would say the reason why I wanted to use AI today is because I want to be able to get the script done. And this is what good looks like, is you can give me all the ready to use scripts and also the tools and some of the other creative directions that I can use. It depends on the situation. Fence 2 is answer last. What does it mean? If you just simply ask AI to do one thing, it will give you very, very generic answer. And that's why I always think that the better you live your life, the better you can use AI. And the better you use AI to help you brainstorm, to help you co-pilot, to help you research, you can better live your life. I usually would write down my raw thoughts. As you can see in my other videos, there's super random thoughts. I would just say, oh, today I'm thinking about this, this, and that. Everything I'm thinking of. And then I will ask ChatGPT to help me think through all of these points, how I can improve or brainstorm we can do to help me on my business, on my career, on my, let's say, life, on my YouTube channel, all of those kind of stuff. It's getting better and better in that way. And so if you don't ask, if you just simply say, give me a story, it will give you very, very generic story. But if you say something like, today I am in this coffee shop, I wanted to showcase how it looks like in this coffee shop. Can you help me to draft like an opening of a newsletter? I actually did that last night. It's really, really good. Actually, let's do that now. I'm gonna show you this because this is actually in the inconative mode. Can you describe a scene that I'm catching up with my friend Serena in a cafe? So this is one prompt, right? And then it will ask me about whether you want to particularly tone, because it doesn't know too much about me. So I want it to be like an opening of a newsletter. So it says, oh, it's a warm paragraph before draws the reader in. Yesterday I met Serena for coffee, one of those long overdue catch-ups that instantly reset our sense of time. We picked tiny coffee. You can see that it's not bad. It's definitely not bad back in the days when ChatGPT cannot do nothing. But now, because it has improved so much, if you actually just use this, it's very generic. It knows that you don't have any context, so what the hell the ChatGPT is also wondering, what do you want actually? But instead, if I give another prompt, I will be like, help me vividly paint the picture of my ketchup. Okay, so this, compared to the previous one, is very different, right? Because now I actually have some kind of context and it has like what kind of picture I'm trying to paint. You actually have to go through your mind first rather than just give ChatGPT and say, hey, by the way, please just summarize my ketchup with my friend. So it's very different. And then let's see this free version of ChatGPT. It's still a little bit generic. You don't need to remember all of these that much by yourself because ChatGPT now actually always prompts you to say, oh, do you want it to add more details and stuff like that. So the fence 3 is you always want to check about the facts, the ethics, and also the voice, whether it sounds like you. For example, I'm a non-native speaker, right? So I will be like, I wanted to read like an opening of my newsletter on Substack. I'm a non-native English speaker, and my voice and tone is usually very warm. Can you update? Absolutely. This is keeps your warmth and natural flow while polishing. It feels like a personal, inviting newsletter on Substack. This one is immediately more natural. Sarah was one of the person I spent the most time with when I first moved to London. Then life happened and we drifted a little the way people sometimes do. So it's actually very natural, right? Like I can also write this. It's not like AI or something. But sitting across from her last night, I felt such warmth. She's always been supportive, even quietly so. And catching up reminded me how comforting it is to have friendships that stay steady, even when time and distance try to stretch something. There was something about that evening, the food, easy laughter, a familiar friend, that felt like a small reset. Like a reminder that connection doesn't need to be loud or constant to be real. Like the last one, because I use ChatGPT so much, and I think people have seen a lot of the context now. You can tell it's a little bit AI, but this is a free version of ChatGPT. If I'm using my own ChatGPT, it will be very different. So those are the three lenses that I wanted to share. Ask before intent, answer last. Two past check is facts, voice, ethical, and add your own detail. Now we dive into my PACE routine. PACE routine stands for purpose, anchor, co-create, and evaluate. It's a simple process you can follow. I don't use it rigidly, but I think it's a great framework that you can keep in mind. And I'm going to use it and show you a real life use case that I'm currently using for my Hong Kong live events that I am going to host in the coming 2026 in spring. It's for my Escape 9 to 5 live recording. And the deliverable I'm looking for is one-page debrief, human outreach pack, and a simple run of the show with contingency. First of all, when we have those three fences now, and the most important thing is define the purpose. The purpose for me for this event is to design a Hong Kong live recording plan and draft the first outreach today. Okay, so I've set up a project called Hong Kong Events. Sometimes you can actually add files to this, right? I'm sure I will add more files once I'm in off camera and do some other stuff. But now let's say we are going to intend in one line, design the Hong Kong live recording plan for my Escape 9 to 5 podcast. And because you now have the purpose, you also define the intent with why. And now it's going to ask you some questions. So now it has helped me to anchor the plan strategically. And now, because I only have started the purpose, right? And this is like how I've defined success for your recording, success criteria, audience fit, attract 25 to 40 thoughtful, globally minded professionals or founders who resonate with the themes, yada, yada, yada. And then the efforts and impact, the setup, the sponsor sanity, one at least aligned partner, things like that. I think this is completely made up, but whatever. It's good as a brainstorming partner as well. And then before I lock the framework and draft the outreach, three quick clarifiers. Guest direction. Do you already have a potential guest in mind? Let's say Ali Abdul, for example. Venue style, cafe, cozy vibe, bright. Primary goal. Content, culture, brand, and partnership building and experiments. So once I do that, right, this is depending, it's very depending on what you use it for and how you use it. So then it gives me the success criteria, audience fit, effort and impact. And then it would help me to choose the venue, shortlist, and first outreach. So now because we already have the purpose, it starts to ask me different questions. And I think it actually goes naturally to anchor. Anchor is what I really want, the context, what kind of deliverables. Because sometimes you talk to ChatGPT and it goes out forever. You forget what do you actually want to do. So it's very important to have the anchor, what's essential and the constraint. And I have all of these already ready. So the context, I'm hosting this in February, let's say, February 26th. Audience, deliverables, draft two things. Deliverable 3 creates a simple run-of-the-show 90-minute live recording with 15-minute buffer and the backup plan and something like that. So now I obviously have ignored the natural flow of the ChatGPT, but this is just for you to understand. And this is like perfect. Here's an impact working set you can copy straight into Notion or Doc. What it is. Event plan, one page, who is for, what it matters, 7-day action checklist, deliverable 2, outreach pack, 130 words. Last time we recorded, this is sometimes like hallucinating. So you actually need to change this, right? LinkedIn posts and things like that. And then run of the show. Bam, 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 it's already there. And you always say, oh, do you want to turn it into Notion or PDF layout text? We'll do it next time. But yeah, this is anchor. Okay, now we move on to C. C is co-create. Co-create is actually the best function that I love to use in ChatGPT because when you co-create something, it's like the best brainstorming partner, and you don't need to like search, Google search. You can say, oh, how I can host an event. It knows nothing about you. It knows nothing about how you want it to be done. It knows nothing about your context either. Of course, I haven't used Gemini. Maybe I use it once or twice using it to summarize my emails and stuff. I've heard that it's actually getting better, but if you have used other AI platforms, do leave a comment down below and how do you use it. But this is the way I really love about AI. For it to challenge your thinking, it's very important. So you can say, challenge for the decision, play devil's advocate on Hong Kong plan in 5 bullets. For each risk, give a counterexample and 1 mitigation I can try. And options, not answers, voice and angle. Give me 3 versions of the LinkedIn post. Conservative, bold, and playful. For each version, list 1 strength and 1 risk. I will add and tell me which one sounds like me most. And finally, is the AI the draft, make it read human, rewrite the invite email. So it sounds like human who actually went to the last event. Remove stock phrases, vary rhythm, one short, one medium, one last sentence. And leave one bracket where I can add a leave. My friend told me about how special the event was last time. It feels very interactive and fun. So this is the entire prompt. Socratic challenge, play devil's advocate. You want to play devil's advocate. 3 versions, the AI draft. Let's see. And then it's perfect. Here's a Socratic challenge, LinkedIn post options, and your humanized invite email draft. Because I said, oh, I will want to invite Ali Abdal. Ali Abdal may be too busy or too cautious about live events abroad. He joins smaller in-person events like create a camp live, I don't know whether this is true, and draft a low-lift concept deck showing intimacy, creative freedom sent via mutuals instead of cold outreach. Oh, that's good. Cafe acoustic might ruin the video. True. True as well. And this is not true because I think this is hallucinating. And local audience may scoot too general, not escape 9 to 5 aligned, because it knows the context of what I've been doing. My founder mode combines it makes crowd connected because of shared emotion and tone. So that's RSP. Very good point. Sponsor expect too much branding control. Very, very true, but this is not correct as a fact. So sometimes it does really, you need to actually read through every line because I'm hosting an event in Hong Kong, right? So this is, I don't know, it has nothing to do with this, but. And then offer hospitality partner. True. That's good. Energy drop if turnout less than 20. This is also, I think this is just hallucination because I didn't do the bite-sized kind of like Lisbon mini breakfast. But that's why I think the fences are important. You need to understand what good looks like. And also, you cannot be frustrated with it. Like, think about it as someone you just recently on board to your team. They know nothing about you, right? Well, this ChatGPT knows a lot about me. So maybe the context is confusing. But you need to actually patiently to tell what you really want to do and how you want it to be presented. So the LinkedIn post, 3 angles. Conservative, this is like what it is. What, why next? Bold, amazing. Playful, imagine this. I think I will actually go with this. So, and then because I add, let me know which one is most you. It's the playful. Yeah, it knows me very well. The playful one. So what if quitting your job was the smartest thing you ever did? I don't want you to just quit your job without any guardrails, so please don't do that. But this is the prompt. And then the AI invite email. A small moment I can't forget, and an invite. I just recently learned because AI love to use the earn dashes. I don't know why. Sometimes now I like manually delete them. I actually don't care that much. Last time we recorded live, something special happened. Your live detail here. So you can actually write something out. My friend turned to me after and said it felt interactive and fun, like everyone was part of the story. We're bringing that spirit to Hong Kong this February for a cafe-style recording with Ali Abdal. 30 curious people, real talk, and good coffee. And come for the conversation, stay for the people. If someone comes to mind who would love this, could you forward this note to them? It's like really, really human. Compared to the previous draft, let's see. It's actually quite human as well. But it's a little bit generic, I would say, the previous one. Finally, it's evaluate. I didn't know this word eval. It's a phrase that's like very normal for tech roles. I actually asked, what does eval mean when I went to an AI workshop? Like they were like, how can you use AI to better run your life? And I asked, what does eval mean? And people were like, oh, it's just short for evaluation. Oh well, so we are gonna eval the prompt as well. If it's just drafting an email, it actually doesn't matter that much. And also like you can see just now when we're reading out the deliverables, I'm already evaluating it. Like some of the things are just not true. You can always ask it to fact check. You can even copy paste the entire thing to another chat or another AI just to say, can you fact check this as if you are an expert, put in the bracket, what kind of expert, right? But this is just because this is just an event. So I am going to put this at the evaluating point here. Before I send any of this, give me a P.A.C.E. I don't even know what is P.A.C.E. Give me a sense check of below. Anything that you just send are not correct, might be incorrect. For example, I didn't host license contact in Lisbon, and this is an event for Hong Kong in 26th, early February, end of Jan and early February. And now it's gonna run this thing. Location context, specify Hong Kong clearly, not passive event reference, delete or reframe the Lisbon mention, you didn't host this. Guest confirmation, not yet confirmed. Jargon, cut meaning, momentum, creative freedom, and cliche. Cut the cliche, the best conversations happen when we slow down. It's actually quite cliche, I would say. Don't imply Abdul has a committed, don't imply a confirmed sponsor. It comes back again, which is the one pager that we asked for, right? So now you have everything, the human level rewrite, the LinkedIn post, which we, after the whole process, we have selected what we want, and the 5-item double checklist, dates confirmed, guest status clear, venue approval for recording, or tone read through aloud, things like that. I actually think this is very, very good. Like, cause I am actually planning for this, and going through this framework actually helped me better than just chatting with ChatGPT and get carried away. Because this, I think, give all the options and then you choose something and finalize the action items. And now this is set. I'm actually going to use this more often in my real life. So yeah, finally, now ChatGPT has this function. It's called Pulse. I have talked about the Pulse function. Perhaps now it's still just for the 200 plan paid users. I think at one point it's gonna go to all the users, but what it is, it's like a simplified feed for you every single day. It used to be only on the phone, but now it has everything. It's when you open ChatGPT, it was just there. And now it has everything. 6 AI talk idea for Hong Kong creators. Something like that. I think this is irrelevant. So sometimes it's not like this is Hong Kong show flow and venues because I've been talking about this already. It gives me everything that I need. Like the ones that we just demo, it was kind of imaginary scenario. I don't have all the details yet because it's on my mind, and I just asked ChatGPT to curate this feed for me. So it actually every day feeds me some information and gives me the run of the show, the venue, shortlist where I can look for. It even have the photos, right? Soho House, Hive, Shangwon. This is a good spot. Guest care touches, checklist, and risk. It has a lot of other things. If you go through, it's like a newspaper. It's not what you might find it useful. And then you can always curate for tomorrow. What matters to you? Like this is what I matter to, like Lisbon prep, visa, yada, yada, yada. You can always say something here. So now we've run through all of these. So my real life situation, but I will give you some of the prompts that you can use this link or link down below. Simplified one version you can adapt to your own use. For each one of the scenario, the P.A.C.E, purpose, anchor, co-create, and evaluate. As you can see, after those 4 steps, actually you have a very actionable plan that you can use and follow. We also request you and require you to live and to think about life, about yourself, about why you want to use this as a tool and how you want to implement it in real life. In that sense, you don't need to be afraid that actually AI is going to take away your thinking, because it is the most helpful tool if you use it right. Well, at least that's my opinion. I am not an expert or whatsoever, but as so far as a non-native English speaker and non-tech background founder, it has helped me tremendously. Just to save the time, to help me be more confident, to help me plan without having the imposter syndrome, and help me plan without you stare at a blank page, you don't know what to do first. So long story short, do I support AI? It's not up to me whether I support or not. As long as I use it as a tool intentionally, I think AI won't replace my own thinking. And ever since I use AI, my capability of helping myself is just getting better and better. And that's the case that I use for me. And now I have all of these framework and guardrails in place. I have the belief that I can use it more intentionally, at least for now. I will keep updating you how I use AI, and please leave comments and let me know if you try the P.A.C.E framework and the fences in your real life, and maybe we'll just feature in the next video. And if you're going to be in Hong Kong in January and February, I am actually going to host the event. So please keep an eye on everything that I'm going to post here on my Instagram, Lydia Chen Linzi. You'll be able to find me there. I post a lot. I'm so grateful that you're watching this until this point. I'll see you in the next video.